I'm Vicki Loper. I'm the healing artist. And today we're going to be doing a rose, an abstract, impressionistic sort of rose. It's for Mother Mary. Mother Mary, one of her symbols is the rose, and we'll talk more about that in the video. And right now we're going to go into alpha, which I always do before we start creating, or before I start creating. So here we go. We're going to do 3 deep cleansing breaths, and then we will say down, 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 and we'll be in alpha. So here we go. Down, down, down. So now our brain waves are in alpha. It's the most relaxed, the most creative brain wave, and it really enhances creativity, and that's why I do it. I was taught by a college professor many years ago the technique of doing this, so I've done it ever since. And I've had a lot of fun with it, and I use it in other ways in my life too. We'll talk about that another time. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, roses and Mother Mary. The rose is the queen of the flowers and symbolizes Mother Mary. So if it's a white rose, then it symbolizes her joy. If it's a red rose, it symbolizes her sufferings. If it's a gold rose, it's her glories. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. but what I'm doing now, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be using the modeling paste on the rose to give it a little texture. I'm going to make this kind of a 3D rose. And I've already done the drawing as usual. And I hope you guys are in alpha. And just enjoy this process. This is a 12 by 12 gallery stretched canvas that I'm doing this little painting on. And this is modeling paste that I'm using for the texture that you can get in any art supply store or online to use texture on your paintings. Okay, so we've got the modeling paste on, and this knife that I'm using is a really small one, so I can kind of control the modeling paste a little better. Okay, I think that's it. Now I'm going to let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll start painting. Okay, so here we go with the paint. I'm going to start out with this really light pale pink, which represents love. So this whole video, since it's Mother Mary, will be dedicated to love. How about that? And I did want to tell you guys a story about the rose. Oh, I don't know how many years ago this was, but it was back when you could travel to Venezuela and not have any kind of problems or anything. So it's been a while. But anyway, my husband was doing a film in Caracas, Venezuela. And he was invited to see Maria Espinosa. Now, Maria, I don't know if the Catholic Church has sainted her yet. I think that if they haven't, that they probably will. An amazing human being, and it was an amazing experience for Craig, because what would happen with Maria is that at certain times, not all the time, at certain times, a rose would actually come out of her chest, a real live rose. So she would have like an audience or something, some I don't know, I can't remember. She was very protected by her family and the Catholic Church, really, because of this phenomenon. And Craig was there right after one of the roses had come out of her chest, and she was giving little pieces of this rose to people that she had an audience that day, and Craig was one of the people in the audience. And I think that they actually did some interviews and things with her. So Maria gave Craig a piece of the rose, which, I mean, he was really surprised by, with all these other people there. But when he told me about it, I wasn't surprised, because he also had filmed the Dalai Lama. And when he was filming the Dalai Lama was just captivated by him and spoke easily, directly to him, and so it was quite something. But anyway, so this rose that came out of her chest, the Catholic Church verified as a miracle. And the rose, of course, symbolizing Mother Mary. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys, because there are miracles happening all over the world all the time. We don't hear about them. We only hear about the horrible, I'm laughing, but the horrible stuff that goes on in the world is what we hear about. We don't hear about the miraculous things. There are so many miracles daily. And there are a lot of miracles in our daily lives if we just notice them. It's incredible. But anyway, we've got to slow down enough to notice them. So that's my side story for today. Meanwhile, we will get back to, well, we haven't quit painting, and I hope you guys are still in alpha. And if you're not, get back into alpha using the 3 cleansing breaths and saying down, down, down in a lower voice. And you'll be back in alpha. Whether you're painting with me or drawing with me or doing something else creative, or just enjoying watching me paint, it's good to do it in alpha. Because the practice helps teach you what it feels like when you're in alpha. And that's what we want. I want you to know what it feels like, and to know when you're in alpha, and to be able to go into alpha anytime you want. I know I've told you about when you're going into alpha to put your thumb and 2 fingers together, like so, as you're going into alpha, and train your brain that when you do that, you go into alpha. So you can actually go into alpha any way you want to go into alpha. And I was in a business meeting in a doctor's office, someplace that's stressful for you. Go into alpha. It really helps. And I'm in alpha now, and you know that I'm talking just fine. Well, sort of. I mean, you know, I have my moments, and I have... I'm kind of slow sometimes, but I think that's mainly because I'm doing some art at the same time that I'm filming. I think that that's what slows me down, talking more than being in alpha. Okay, so we have our pink covering the rose. Now, this rose is abstract or impressionistic. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be adding colors. Colors associated with Mother Mary. It it may end up being like the coat of many colors. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to have some fun with it. And the first color I'm going to add is blue, because Mother Mary always has that blue veil, and that represents purity. But anyway, it does, but the other piece of the color blue and purple in clothing, like for the elite back in the day, was because blue and purple were very difficult dyes to make. So they were mainly reserved for royalty. Or people that had other sorts of status. So we're adding the blue to the rose. We're going to see how all of this goes. I hope you guys are still in alpha. And I'm thinking, if you're watching this and just relaxing, that your brain may automatically go into alpha, since it's the most relaxed and most creative brainwave. That if you're working on something of your own, as you've got the video going in the background, or kind of half watching it and half doing your art, then I would check on myself every once in a while to make sure that you're still in alpha. So now I'm going to add a little silver. Since silver is associated with the divine feminine, so I'm adding some purple to this. Since purple is the color of royalty. And, you know, you don't have to be Christian to enjoy Mother Mary. I mean, she's seen as the mother of all. She represents motherhood. Okay, so I've been adding silver again, and I've been going across instead of circular. It's blending the paint. I don't know if this rose will end up being totally abstract. It's kind of looking that way, but it might not. I don't know yet. Okay, so off camera, I drew outlines around what looked like sort of petals to make them come out, to stand out. And so this is finished. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe and share. That helps the channel grow. We need to grow the channel. It's a lot of fun, and I'm hearing from people, the feedback I'm getting is that what I'm doing is pretty much a meditative state. and that's good. In this day and age, we need all the medicine we can get, whether it's meditating or enjoying something, music or whatever. So anyway, until we see each other again in about a week, you guys have a good life and enjoy your day every day, and make it a good day so you can enjoy your day. Bye-bye for now. This is a book that my beautiful, brilliant daughter-in-law just came out with. It was published and came out on February 20th. Her name is Dr. Marie Loper, PhD. The name of the book is Journey to the Shadow Self. And then it explains here what psychology, goddess worship, and plant medicine can teach us about healing. Very good book. It's a workbook. She uses goddesses, Greek goddesses and others, to walk you through these various parts of the book and to talk about plant medicine and other things that you can work on yourself, on the shadow self. And very helpful, very gentle. It's available on Amazon. I will put the link in my About section. It's very affordable. I don't think I can tell you the price, but it's very affordable. So anyway, check it out on Amazon and get a copy. Thanks, guys.